Alright, y'all, this is going to be a shaky video because apparently the sun melted my holder for my phone on my dashboard. Right there. I cannot put my phone in my holder. Anyway, YouTube has a function where it says you have a shaky video. Would you like us to fix it? I say yes. And it's not that bad. So anyway, I got my, I'm going to Academy right now. It's 8:23 in the morning. I wasn't ready. I was tired yesterday when I got off work. I wasn't prepared for today's fishing. I'm just gonna go get some stuff I need, pick some extra stuff up. Sorry about the quality of this video. It's terrible. And tomorrow I will go fishing. I'm gonna go get me a new rod and reel. I think I'm gonna get some braided line to put on the reel. I'm gonna try to get me an Abu Garcia because that's my choice. It's good quality stuff. I'm gonna try to get a combo set rod and reel at Academy. I'm gonna try to film in Academy if they'll let me. I don't know if they'll let me or not. But I'm not gonna talk through it. I think I'm just gonna walk through it, and then that way I'll be able to get away with it better. I won't show anybody's faces, or I'll try not to. The fishing section of Academy is always crowded. So I imagine that will hamper my filming abilities. So we'll see what happens. So we will try to go fishing tomorrow. I think I'm going to go back to Stowaway. You know, I met the little man and his wife yesterday. Or, not yesterday. Last time I went, in my last video. They were sweet. I feel comfortable there. Doesn't seem like there's too much going on. I might stop by Spring Creek on the way home today from Academy. I'm going to go check it out. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow or later on when I get in Academy. Okay, so it was definitely crowded in there, so I didn't get a videotape, but that's okay. I got what I wanted, and I'll show you on just the second one I got because pretty cool shit. Alright, you guys, this is what I ended up with. I'm very happy with it. I'm putting some braid on it right now. I got the Ambassador Abu Garcia Ambassador Series 2, I think, 5501S. Then I ended up getting the Abu Garcia Veritas right here rod. It is a 711 extra heavy action. I think I'm gonna be happy with it. So right now I'm just putting some trilene, or I'm sorry, not trilene, Suffix Performance braid. I do believe it is 50-pound test, 300 yards. This will hold 250 yards. So I'm just gonna load it up. I got hung up, never fails. I have to cut my line. I'm gonna get me some, I'll show you some other stuff I got. You know, I've never run into having to get a gar off my line. Sorry for the background noise, I'm outside, there's heavy traffic today. But I've never had to deal with getting a gar off my line until last weekend, and that was the little man I met at Stowaway. And I just got one of these little bait hook releases, so I didn't have to be that close to the gar. I ain't trying to get my finger bit off or punctured, whatever they do to you. They'll tear you up, I'm sure. But I'm definitely got some more weights, more hooks, blah blah blah. Nobody wants to see all that. But definitely, I gotta figure out if I can bring this on the plane. I'm going to see my sister for her 50th birthday, and I gotta figure out if I can bring it on the plane. I don't even know if I can do that. It's so long. I might have to check it in with baggage. They're gonna take me fishing on Belle Isle. I'm so excited because, you know, that's a whole different world up there to me. So I got my glasses on because my lupus flared up. My eyeballs are killing me, so I had to take my contacts out. That's all good. They're starting to feel better, so I'm gonna put my contacts back in tomorrow so I can wear some decent sunglasses. You can't wear sunglasses with glasses on. Even my prescription sunglasses, ouch. Even my prescription sunglasses get on my nerves and won't stay on my face, so I'm gonna have to put my contacts back in. I'm just about done getting this braid on here. And I don't use an elaborate setup for when I go fishing. And you know what? I'm going to show you my backpack today too. Because I said I was going to do that and I never did. But I think that Academy did a real good job on this H2O Express backpack. It's made for fishing. I'm almost done with this reel. Hold on. And it's really nice. I like it. It carries everything and room for more. I'll show you what bait I got. I think I'm done with this rod here. Cut it off. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm pretty good. I'll show you how I set up my line. If it's a certain setup, I don't know what it's called. But I got me some egg sinkers. I use these little cheap 99-cent egg sinkers. I lose them so often because I get caught up so much. I mean, what are you gonna do? So I always put a couple of them on. With my egg sinker, just slide it on this. I've never used braid before on any of my fishing rods, so there's one egg sinker. Here's two. Done. So then you got to set up looking like this. And then let's see, I got some barrel swivels I get from Eagle Claw. And I get the black ones because the gold ones seem like they're just cheap and they don't want to hold up to nothing. But we'll tie one of these on real quick. I just do the Steve Douglas knot. That's what I call it. Wrap it around a couple of times. Then I wrap it around a couple of times here. 6, 7, 8 times. Stick it back through the loop. It's braid, hold on. Stick it back through the loop. Once you stick it through the loop, then you open it up and you stick it back through the hole it made. There you go. Never have I had, since I started using this setup, I haven't had to, it's never broke off. I've always had to cut it. So, there you go. It's on. It's good. It's sturdy. There it is. I will cut that little piece off, but my sinker will fall over it and we can just tuck that back in there. And then it covers it. And that little flop. That little extra piece of string, piece of braid. So then, depending on what I'm doing, if I have live bait, of course I'll use a Mustad circle hook, 5-aught, I think, or is this 6? No. Yeah, 6-aught. This is 6. Or I'll use a Mustad Ultra Point Precision treble hook. These are really good. They don't break like the little red ones that I've been using. These are much better. A little pricier. Let me see. I think they're like $5.99 for a 6-pack, which is worth every penny. Excuse me, allergies. And I don't know what I'm gonna use yet, so I'm just gonna when I'm not fishing and when I'm carrying my rods around, I just take my oh shoot, I just take my swivel and put it on put it on my hook. Then I don't have any chance of this getting caught up in my truck or in my seats or anything. I don't know if this will even fit in my truck, but we're gonna try. I don't like my stuff being in the back, because when I get out of to go to the store or get out, people, it takes them a 0.3 seconds to steal your stuff out of the back of your vehicle. So that's how I like to store it. No hooks. So depending on where I'm at is what bait I use. Most of the time I'm gonna get bait out of here. My backpack is being my camera holder today because the one in my truck melted. Nice. Alright, so most of the time if I'm at the creek, I'll use these Berkley power baits. And I've tried the blood go bait right here, but the chicken liver is the winner. Chicken liver and the shad, because let me see, is this the shad? Yes. There you go. Here's your haha for the day. I drop my camera every time, never fails. And the shad. These are the two that work the best for me at the creek. I tried dip bait at the creek and they weren't having it. I don't know if that people use it there very often or very much, but that's, it doesn't work. Dip bait doesn't work. But when I use dip bait, when I'm going to the river, if I'm going to the lake, then we use the CJ's monster bait. Always a winner. And recently I started using, last weekend I started using the CJ's grasshopper, wild hopper dip bait. And it did really good. They were really attracted to this. And I'm okay with that. Something I have not used yet is the Berkley's power bait dip bait. I'm sure it'll be fine. If it's anything like those little nuggets that I use in Spring Creek, it'll do just fine. Berkley makes a good good bait. So I have high hopes for this. I'm sure it'll be just fine. Let's see. Yeah, and then I got CJ's bait, catfish, the shad punch bait. They love the shad. They love the monster. Now, the hard thing to find in Academy anymore is the Secret 7. And I'm not going to take it out because it's gross. Secret 7, I cannot find. I'm going to have to order some online, I guess. I don't know, because my husband can find them sometimes. He'll stop randomly at different academies and see if he can find any Secret 7. 9 times out of 10, they're out. Like, there's nothing left. So that's a sad day in the neighborhood for me. Now to my backpack. Alright, so the backpack consists, and I'm going to turn this camera around so I'm going to have to stop and flip it. Okay, the backpack consists of, well, first of all, it's an H2O Express. Let's see if we can get this. H2O Express. And it has a front pocket here, which I keep my catfish gloves in. Right here. This thing is so neat. I don't even know if I can get to. Then it has this front pocket. The second pocket. I'm sorry. The second pocket has a clear pocket here. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see this. It opens up good. And this is where I keep my paper towels for if I need to wipe my hands off, my eyes. Sweat gets in my eyes all the time, so never fails. Then it has a deep pocket, which I keep my pliers in to release the fish, and I'll keep my hook release pliers. These new ones I just bought, you saw. So I'll keep those in there. And then that's also down here is where I keep my, I have a couple of bottles, different bottles of SPF. Banana boat I use, and I use this other one. What is it? It's so faded I can't even see the name of it on there anymore. But that's okay. I use it a lot. It works. It keeps me from getting burned up. Never go without a bucket full, and I do mean a bucket full of sweat resistant off. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't have one, I have two. I have three. I keep that stuff in my truck at all times. So we do not go without that. Okay, the next thing I got inside that same pocket with all that in there, then we have these little, I keep a pencil in here for when if I have to restring my reel, just to have somebody else hold for me, or I can rig it up to where my truck can hold it for me, which I didn't do a while ago because, well, I'm just kind of lazy today. I don't know. It wasn't the greatest today, so I'm gonna put my pencil through there. Put my pencil through there. Okay, so I'll put my pencil through there. Now I'll stick it in this little hole in my truck. It'll hold it till I can. It holds it pretty good. And then I could just bait my reel off of there. I meant re-string my reel off of here. So that's how that works. Anyway, so I keep a pencil in here all the time. And it, you know, it even has more pockets. It has more pockets I have nothing in. Because there's just hidden stuff all over the place in here. Little pockets here. Then back here I have I keep a pair of scissors, some band-aids, because, you know, inevitably the catfish are going to gig me, never fails. And then I keep my bobbers in the pocket behind that. It's kind of hard to see. Alright, so then my new bobbers behind that. And then it has this net pocketing. You can keep all kinds of stuff in. Y'all, this thing has endless, I'm telling you, endless room for different things. Okay. Then the pocket behind that, I keep more bobbers in. So these are some used bobbers and another pack of new bobbers. I rarely use bobbers, but you know, if I need them, I have them. There's occasion where I get them. And then in the big pocket is where I keep my countless bags of dough bait. This is where I keep my fishing line. Now I can add my other one. There. Countless fishing line and bags of bait. So we're going to put all this bait back up in here. And I'll put my new bait in there. Pack that in there. I'll put all these new jars because they will fit. I'm going to have to put
gonna pull these out. Alright, I think I'm at the bottom there. I'm gonna have to cut some of this video out because I'm getting crazy in here. Not even watching what I'm doing. Alright, yep, there's my countless bags of Berkley's bait. Okay, so I'll put all my bait and all my bait and all my line down there. The bottom, let me see, can you see? Not really. There we go. So all my line, all my bait. So I'll put all my new stuff down here. And once I open them, then I will start putting them in bags like that because they just start getting gross and stinky. So I'm going to put my new braid in there. I hope this works out for me because like I said, I have never used braid. So let's see. I want to see how it works out. I'm sure it's fine. Like everything's new to me. Check it out. Also, too, y'all, I think that my channel, as far as cosmetics part of my YouTube channel, a lot of people are like, "Where's your cosmetics?" I think I'm gonna save that for the younger girls. You know, I'm an older woman. We don't need to be seeing all them wrinkles. So I think I'm gonna save that for the younger girls, and I'm gonna change my name. I already have a name picked out. So I think I'm gonna just change my name, and we're gonna see how that works out for me. Because I mean, I could do some cosmetic stuff, but nobody wants to see an old woman put on makeup with all the wrinkles and I can't get anything. You know what I'm saying? So, I'd rather go fishing anyway. So, we're going to keep it to fishing. Anyway, let me pack all this stuff back up and then I'll show you the rest of the bag. Alright, y'all. So, on this side of my backpack, you can see that it has a little pocket for the end of your rod. This is a little pocket for your rod holder to go into when you're not using it. Then it has this Velcro holder for down by the handle, and then another Velcro strap up here for you know, for more security. The only problem is this is an 8-foot rod. It goes to the ceiling. Not walking through the woods with that. Okay, so there's that part. And I'm going to turn this around. And this is the goodie spot. Alright, so on this side we're going to unzip. It's too heavy now. We're going to lean it up against the side of the truck. There you go. So on this side, I have the goodies. This is where I keep my weights, my hooks, my swivels, my, you know, lures, everything. My rubber worms. Of course, I use Berkley's Power Bait for my worms because they're badass. Now, am I a bass fisher? Nope. Never have mastered that skill. If somebody could give me some ideas, that would be fabulous. Alright, so as you can see, I have my weights all in here. This is for the river. These are for the river. We just use different size, you know, weights for whatever we're doing. If I'm just fishing off the side of the boat and I just needed to go hit the bottom, I use these. I ain't trying to lose my big weights. But this is what I use, are these little bitty ones right here. Maybe these. But I'm out of some of them. That's why I went shopping. But anyway, you know, we got some little ones here. I just try to use the little ones for when I'm just fishing off the side of the boat, or if I'm trying to catch perch or whatever for bait. So that, you know, I just use them little bitty ones. But otherwise, we normally use these weights here. So I'm gonna load my weights that I just bought up in here, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I got my weights filled back up. We were totally out of those. We got a size, let's see, what size are these? These are a size 6, I believe. And a peg 7. They call these peg 7. These are peg 6. Alright, and this is like my Academy haul. Alright, so we got some. Never, ever, ever again will I get, as long as Academy has these Mustad Ultra Points, never again will I get these. I don't even know who makes these red ones. I think Eagle Claw, whatever. They break. They're not good quality. I mean, they're okay if you're just doing whatever. Nothing crazy fishing. But if you want to hook a fish and keep a fish, you're going to use these. Mustad. Always the best in hooks. I'll say it forever. Now, as far as my swivels go, I told y'all that I do not like the gold version. Look at me tearing the stuff up. I do not like the gold version of the Eagle Claw swivels. They're not good quality. And if you're doing light fishing, that's fine. But if you're trying to hook a catfish, this ain't gonna work. These, on the other hand, that Eagle Claw makes, they are 120,000% better. So there's that. And then, of course, when I have live bait, you betcha, Mustad. We're going to use those. So, again, I'm going to, this is my hooks. And my next little carrier that I have in my backpack, you know, we have 4. It'll fit 4, which is fine. And so let me restock my hooks, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so I got my swivels restocked. I like these swivels, but they're hard on the fingers. You can't get them undone. There's your little cheapy golds. I got my circle hooks in here. And my Mustad hooks right here. There they are, treble hooks. And I didn't realize it. And I thought about 3 packs of size 6, but I bought 2 packs of size 6 and a pack of size 4, which is no big deal. I'm going to use them anyway because they're good stuff. So I'm going to throw these in there, and we'll be right back again. I know, a lot of pauses. Sorry. Okay, so the next thing I got were the Eagle Claw wire leaders. I did not put it on my rod today because I didn't really need leaders yesterday. Last time I went fishing, I didn't need them. I used it, lost it, wasn't having it. So these are wire leaders. We'll see how that works out when I need it. Usually in the creek when there's a lot of junk in the water. Alright, so my next one is gonna be all of my artificial baits. And here we go. We have barely everything. My husband likes to bass fish. I'm not a bass fisher person. So we have these Berkley Power Bait. Tells you what hook to use. We all know that. Power Worm. I guess that's the name of that. Then we have these Big Bite baits. This is fortified with bite juice. Alrighty. 3-inch swim and crawl. Pearl. Alright. Alright, that's what that looks like out of the bag. I've used it a couple of times, blah, whatever. Never caught anything. Then we have, let's see, is that better? No. Okay, then we have the power worm in, what color is that? I'm getting eat up by ants down here. That is red shad. That's the name of that. Red shad. There's the size and the count. Hook to use. And we have another big bite bait, excuse me. Ord Power Juices again. 5-inch fighting frog, green pumpkin is the color. And the count. Never caught nothing off of that either. Okay. I haven't really tried that hard either. You know, I gotta learn how to do this. I don't know how to do it. So, this is my bass catcher. Anytime I have ever tried to catch bass, my red-eyed shad, let me see, can we get a good picture of him? Oh. My red-eyed shad, yep, it rattles, is the only thing I have ever caught a bass on. Ever. And it was only a baby. But you know what? I learned my lesson when I know. Here's another one. I guess they're just, you know, a little bit different. You can see the markings on this one. Let me get this other bait off of here. There you go. You can see the markings on this one. And they're both red-eyed shads, so. Hang on. Okay. Both red-eyed shads, as you can see. They just have different markings, made by the same company. They're fabulous. These are the only two things I've ever caught bass on, and they love them. They go nuts over this thing. So I saw somebody using one on a YouTube video. Went and bought me one. Caught a couple of bass. Used it again. Lost one. Cried. Went and got me two. So now, if let me get the hooks out of my hand. Now, if I know there's a lot of trash, I will go get the cheap version of the red-eyed shad. This is not a red-eyed shad by name. It just says shad rattlebait, and it's like $1.99 versus these are, I think, $7.99 or $6.99 at Academy here. So, yep, this is the cheap version when I know I'm fishing in a lot of trash and I want to try to catch some bass. That's it. So you can see I have previously used all the baits that you have seen in the packages. I tried. I have a topwater frog. Looks like very enticing to fish. Nope, they ain't having it. Here's a Senko. Maybe I'm not using it right. I don't think that's how you pull that out. But, you know, I think you hook these in the middle. Whatever. Nope, no fish. My little, he's hooked to my frog. My little, I want to call it a square bill, but I don't think that's a square bill. Maybe. Anyway, nonetheless, nope, not having that either. So I've used them all. Never caught nothing. Alright, and the final little thing in here is for my husband's little floats he uses. I don't use these. He uses them. Like I said, I'm not really a bobber person unless I'm trying to catch, you know, little perch or whatever to go live bait. And there you go. It's kind of dirty in there. I need to clean it out probably. But anyway, it's really nice. It's a good backpack. I'm going to have to edit this video. I know I went on a lot of breaks to fix different scenarios. But seriously, that was my home. I have to put this stuff up. Put that in there. I'll use him later. Well, you know what? I think I'll put him up here. Alright, and tomorrow I'm going to go fishing. tomorrow I'm going to go fishing. And I think I'm going to go back to Stowaway. And we'll see what I can do on braid with a better rod and reel. And a better setup. Now I have, if I run into gar, I have something to take the hook off with. Y'all saw the last video where we were like, I don't want to touch it. But, alright. We'll talk to y'all later, and we'll see you tomorrow for my next video. We'll be at Stowaway first thing in the morning. I'm going to try to get there at daylight. Talk to you later.